Hello everyone. This is your Stitchy friend from the Philippines, and welcome to my Stitch with Me Live number 29. And for today's live, I'll be showing to you the progress of this very beautiful design by Amy Stewart. This is charted by Heaven and Earth Designs, and this is the World Travel Bookshelf. So this is the picture of what it looks like when it is finished. And the last time you saw this one on my flush tube video update is I it just barely had more thousand stitches, and this is the progress right now since I've stitched this one for around 5 to 6 days. Yes, and this is the progress. So far it has already have 4,702 stitches, and it is 1.16%. So if you are following me on my journey when it comes to full coverage, I was challenging myself to get done 5,000 stitches on all of my full coverage projects, and one of the whips is this one. So I am at least less than 300 stitches to get that goal. And this is stitched on an 18 count Aida fabric 1/1. I am using CXC thread, and today is Saturday morning here in the Philippines. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, so I just woke up early since it's my body clock. And let us now start stitching. Hello to Janelle McLeod. Hello from Australia. So I used to listen to you when you did singing on you during live. Yes, I did that one way back in 2021 or 2022. Um, it was one off performance on my live, and I did not uh, sing again on during live. So let us now go. Let me set first my tab. There you go. So actually, I am standing right now. Hello to Queen Ashley. Hi. So let us now start stitching. So it's morning here in the Philippines. It's 6 o'clock past 6, and I just did. I have a coffee beside me. It's a quiet morning. It's a good quiet morning for doing live. Thank you very much, the Queen Ashley, for subscribing my channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, please do click the subscribe button. I'm figuring out where I am. Okay. Okay, so I was supposed to do a I was supposed to upload a FlushJob update last week. Unfortunately, my phone just gave up, so I still have to go to the repair shop and uh, probably fix the screen. It's still functioning, I guess, because it's still uh, uh, making alarms. So I haven't yet uh, make my phone on to the repair shop. So fortunately, my brother allowed me to borrow my phone. Hello, user IR5CD. Hi. What are you doing? I am cross stitching. So this is the progress of. So fortunately, my brother allowed me to borrow one of his phones and decided to do live today. And probably this evening or in Sunday, I'll be able to put out my FlushTube update. So right now, I've already touched 4 of my whips. So this is the third full coverage that I've stitched for almost 3 weeks. And this will be the third whip that I will be able to reach the 5K goal. So I still have, I think, 5 whips that are under 5K stitches, and those are the whips that I will be working out to reach the goal. So once I've reached all of the whips that have 5,000 goals, and then that's the time uh, I will be uh, implementing the 1000K each whip. So just to make the my whips on an even playing field when it comes to stitching. So I am halfly done on my phase 1 of my goals. And then after that one, uh, I will go now to phase 2. And after I reach 5000K on this whip, I will be uh, putting out my fancy ladies. So I think I will choose a Bella Filipina to stitch later. Since it's Saturday, it's no work, so I have plenty of time to stitch. So the dogs now are very active. So how is everyone? May I know where are you from? So next week, or in the week, in weekend, yes, next week, Monday and Friday will be a holiday for us here. Monday is the celebration of the found. It's like a Founders Day for Davao, for our place here in the city. So it's the I live in Davao City, Philippines. So it's a like a Foundation Day. We called it Araw ng Davao, or the Davao City Day, and if we translate it in English. So it's a holiday on Monday, and then on Friday it's another holiday because it's the I think the last day of Ramadan, which is the Idul Fitr for our brothers, Muslim brothers. So if it's a holiday, so you got plenty of time to stitch, and I hope I also uh, make time on stitching or working out my whips on those um, days that are with no work. So every time there is a holiday and during weekend, I make time uh, for myself to stitch. It's one way of uh, making myself relax from very stressful, or yes, very stressful things done at work. So it's like an energizer for me in preparation for another week forward. Good morning, Miss MQZRX. Hello, good morning. Thank you for joining the live. I hope you are not distracted with the dogs barking in the background. They are just doing their jobs to protect their territory. So I am stitching in hand. I don't use hoop. I don't use the scroll bar in stitching. So I prefer stitching this method, and I am doing a method from um, Stitching Mummy, where uh, you select each square on, or you choose each square on a 10 block, and then you fill out the 10. Instead of 10, I am filling out 2. So I am now on the fifth row, 50 and 60. So usually when I stitch full coverage, I uh, stitch on by 5 by 5 blocks, but on this whip I am filling out the full page. So which I think have uh, 8 columns and then 10 rows. Oh no, 10 by, yes, 10 block columns and then 10 block of rows. If I hope you understand wha- what I uh, what I'm saying. Hello, Miss Me. It's normal in the Philippines. Yeah, it's a normal day for me during the weekend because there is no work. But usually during weekend or every Saturday, I wake up around 8 or 9 o'clock because I sleep late. But I think last night I slept at around 10 o'clock in the morning, and then I woke up 5 in the morning. So it's my body clock that's just woke up because during uh, weekdays I woke up 4 or 5 in the morning. So it's my body clock uh, making me wake up early. Okay, so I just finished the I was supposed to watch the live, and I was supposed to watch and join the live of Stitching with Yogi, and then I search it, and I can find her live. So I think she's not doing a live as of this moment because usually she's doing live uh, in the evening in the UK and morning here in the Philippines. Usually I catch the her live when I am going to work and when I'm at work. So it's a routine for me to go to her live and say hi to Miss Yogi and to everyone uh, who watched during the live. So I think she's not having a live today. I think that's why I decided uh, to put out a live Stitch with me. So, by the way, thank you to those who have watched my latest flush tube video, and I hope you enjoyed the whips that I've shown there. And thank you to those who have uh, making some advice on what to do with my situation as a flush tuber, or situation, or what I am feeling on my channel. And thank you very much for the encouragement, and thank you that you still appreciate what I am uh, doing or sharing on my channel. So thank you very much. Yes, we're the same. Got the same body clock, waking up at 5 a.m. Yes. It's my routine. Although sometimes I wake up 5 or 4 in the morning, and then I there is an alarm. I do alarm on my tab, and then sometimes I woke up first and then wait for the alarm for and then when the alarm goes on, so I snooze it for another 10 minutes and then go back to bed and wait for 10 minutes, probably sleep again for 10 minutes and then another alarm, then until it will go to 5:30. Then that's the time I will wake up and take a bath. So that was my routine for the month of March. But during the month of January and February, I I was sleeping late, so I sometimes woke up 7 in the morning. And but during when I transferred here on my new room, so I was able to change the routine, waking up 5 in the morning and then sleep at 10 so that I can have 7 hours sleep. If I'm tired, 9 o'clock, I usually go home from work at around 7 in the evening. So I have 2 hours of stitching, or 2 to 3 hours of stitching. So probably I can make 200 or 300 stitches. It depends if it's uh, mostly block of colors or mostly confetti. So less stitches if it's confetti, more when the stitches are when the colors are blocks. But during Saturday, I make most of the time stitching whole day in the on Saturdays and Sundays. But usually before I do stitching, I uh, finish first the chores, just like cleaning my room, washing my laundering, and other stuffs. And then after that one, I will get settled on stitching. So soon will be summer break in school. You'd get more stitching uh, time. Yes, actually, during summer break, yeah, summer break on uh, on the job, on the current job that I am in. Usually, the summer break is the busiest uh, time on my job, because I am working at school, and it's the preparation for the end of school year. So there are many events, the graduation, the recognition, and then after that one, we will prepare for the enrollment, the admission of students. So usually, uh, it's a busy uh, time for me working on this job that I'm in. But there are some days that are um, holidays, so that's the time I'll be able to put out more stitching, uh, or get stitching time. And because of current situation right now, where uh, the oil prices, for the fuel prices are very, are up, 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 up. It's, I think, during this week there were three instances that the fuel price uh, increased, and we haven't felt yet the effect of on the prices, as well as the on the transport sectors. So the government already have implemented uh, a 4-day work, so instead of 5-day from Monday to Friday. So just to uh, uh, ease on the consumption of the energy, as well as the, of course, the transport. So I don't have a car, so I do use public transport, and I am worrying that the fare for the transport will increase gradually next in the next weeks. So I think during the summer break, all of the private institutions will be shifting to a 4-day work. That means that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday will be my are off, and so there will be 3 days of lot of stitching. So I think that that's the uh, thing that I am expecting in the next coming days. So I think the government is encouraging the private sectors, or the private institutions, to also do the 4-hour work mandate. So I hope that the war will end, or de-escalate. I hope I'm using the right term, early, so that we can move on, and uh, not face this difficulty when it comes to surging prices, especially on our basic commodities. So right now here, we haven't yet felt the surge of prices on commodities, but we are expecting in the weeks to come that the bills, the light bills, the water, the basic goods will increase, including the fare. So that's what we are expecting because of this uh, war in the Middle East. So let's now go to the next caller. I'm a bit chatty right now. It should have been stitching time or chatty time. Chatty, chat with me live. I don't know, my energy is very awake right now, because everything is here is quiet. No one, no one's hearing me talking here here in our house. So let me find first where is the color. Yes, I heard about it. In Manila, the situation is not getting any better. From where are you from, Miss Me? Yes, we are worried. Everyone is worried. Everyone is worried with the increase of price in for this year. I was not able to purchase any chart since I already have a lot of charts to choose for stitching or so 2026 probably would be my no buying of charts, I guess. Unless if there's a chart that I can't resist to purchase. So far, I'm still okay. Because of this situation right now, I am um, choosing the not choosing budgeting the the expenses. Those are important things. Only the bills, so no more extra things to buy as of now. So I need to we need to prepare what is worst yet to come. We don't know. Hello, Genevieve Macaraeg Hernandez. Hello, Ruth Pelenstov from South Australia. I'm from Manila but currently working in Malaysia. Miss me. Okay. So thank you for joining my live. Are you also stitching right now, or can you tell me what are you doing? What are you doing right now aside from watching my live? If you are stitching right now, can you share what project you are now working on? I just watched or joined the live of Kumari. She's stitching. Her stitching is so fast. Wow. I think she uh, used um, short threads, and she's like, me, I am doing it gently. When she put when she's making X's on the fabric using a short thread, but her way is, well, very swift. That's why she has many finished full coverage projects that are also big ones. So I just finished. I only finished one full coverage. That was on 2021. It was my first Heaven and Earth design, and that during those times it was still pandemic, and we were working online or at home remotely. So I had plenty of time stitching. So once I finished my work 5 in the afternoon, and then I go straight stitching until um, 2 in the morning. So I was a zombie during those times. So that's why I finished it in 5 months, because since it was my first time, I was very excited on stitching it, and there was uh, there was an urge on myself to want to finish it, and because of that, I was a zombie during that time and finished it for 5 months. I don't know why I did it. That's it was a mini. It's the mini sunset in Venice. Let's see, stitching on roof Pelen stuff. She's stitching on Dimensions Lakeside Village. Miss Me is currently working on a Mirabilia, which is Lily of the Woods. So Janelle McLeod 340. I'm stitching Amazing Animal Kingdom. Oh, regular size, and now she's on 14.13%. I also have that one. Currently, I think I have 6,000 stitches, and it's uh, on hold since I have to get 5,000 stitches of all of my remaining full coverage whips. So there, I think there are already five. So this is just the one full coverage that I will be able to reach my goal for this 3 weeks. So there is another two, but I will just share it on my um, regular flush tube video update. Oops, I still have. For dimensions, I did purchase one dimension chart, which is the fairy moon, but I UFO'd it. I don't know why, because I think, but it was a beautiful design. But I think during that time, I was focused on stitching the head um, whip. So it was UFO. So for fans, I do also stitch fancy ladies. Last year, I did start a bunch of fancy ladies. And then for this year, in 2024, I did start a bunch of fancy ladies. And then on 2025, the second half of 2025, I was focused on stitching full coverage. And for this year, I will still be focusing on full coverage, but I have chosen a few um, fancy ladies that I wanted to stitch. There is one Bella Filipina that is that I wanted to finish this year, and I think that would be the whip that I will be stitching after this one. After I finish the 500 for the 5,000 stitches. And speaking of Bella Filipina, uh, it has released a new pattern which is Persephone, and wow, it was big and very, very beautiful. A wonderful design. It was wow, wow, wow. And Mirabilia on the month of February also released a new fancy lady, which is Coco. It is also beautiful. But I had to resist myself on um, buying charts right now. Probably next year, if I be able to finish my loans, paying my loans, and then I'd be able to go back collecting patterns. So right now, I'm satisfied on the charts that I have, my collections. If I have extra money, then that's the time I'll be uh, purchasing charts. But right now, I am keeping it for future. purposes, especially the situation right now where we will be expecting a surge of increases on different things. So everyone is affected. I really, really enjoyed stitching this one because of the colors. I love, love, love the colors. There are some parts that are confetti, but well, it's manageable. So I am here on this block and I will be filling out this one, and then after that one I'll proceed to the next two blocks. So my goal is to reach 5,000 stitches and probably fill out this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. Hopefully this today. Hello Raha Noor. Hello, hello. I saw Persephone and she's beautiful. Yes, she's very beautiful. Uh, very immaculate. That's the word. Very immaculate. I hope that when I go back um, on buying patterns, there is still available. Although it's available digitally, but I prefer uh, the physical copy since I am collecting all the designs of Bella Filipina. I roof balanced of dreams. Am I remembering right that you stitched Bird Garden in Bloom as your first aid? Um, I have a whip which is Bird Garden, which is the half part of the Bird Garden in Blooms, and it's my second uh, Heaven and Earth design whip. Uh, since it's big, so it's not finished yet. I think I had 50,000 stitches right now in its stitch on 18 count. It's bird garden. So I'm still at the first five 5 10 blocks. So I need to finish the first 5 rows of 10 blocks. The which is the background, the sunset background. So my first uh, finished uh, Hade whip is the mini sunset in Venice. Actually, it's in my wall right now. Probably I'll be showing you, but it's still not yet frame. I just um, post it in a wall. Mm, It's hanging in there. I still need to fix that one, but this is my first 7 and design. This is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric. So that's my first ever and my first still my first finished full coverage and first heaven and earth design full coverage finish. So that's the mini sunset in Venice by Dominic Davison. So I just put it on a cardboard and then covered it with plastic. So very, very beautiful. Okay. You inspired me to stitch the mini version of bird guarding. It's finished but not framed. I stitched it on 32 count even. Wow. Congratulations for finishing bird garden. I wanted to also to finish the bird garden. I the bird garden that I mm, currently have right now is a regular version. It's about 350,000 stitches. So it's from 18 count. So probably it would take me 10 more years to finish that one. Congratulations on the finish. Especially you stitch it on a 32 count. Wow. I had difficulty on stitching or making stitches on 32 count 1/1. So I tried that one on one of my fancy ladies, but it was a disaster. So when I fill out the two blocks, I don't strictly stitch the inside the two blocks. So sometimes stitch that are out of the two blocks, especially when the thread is still long. It took me just over 2 years to complete. Wow. I hope we have more than two hands so that we can complete our full coverage whips in a year. And if only we can live 100 more than 100 years to finish all of our whips or to stitch all of our purchased patterns. How I wish, how we wish, right? Oh, you stitch in hand, yes. I did try using the square. I forgot the the name of that tool, but my hands are aching because of the of holding. That's that square type tool. And I was just worried because the grip of that one on the fabric, it's very tight, and I am worried that when I put out, the fabric will will be destroyed. Yes, Q snap. I did buy a Q snap. I think it's still here. I don't know where it is. It's I think it's on it's in my cabinet. I did try that one, but I was afraid that my fabric will be damaged once I pull out the that grip thing on the Q snap. It's very tight. I haven't tried the square one, but I think I'm okay with that. I also wanted to try the scroll bar so that uh, the fabric won't have any creases or folds, and also the your fabric will be clean, but you have to purchase each scroll of each whip. So for example, I have 20 full coverage whips, so I need uh, 20 of just to not um, put it out, then change another whip. Have you tried using scroll bar? Is it very very helpful? I think when you use scroll bar, you also have a different uh, way on stitching, right? So when you stitch in hand, just like this one, only this part is doing the stitching and the other part is for holding. But when you use a scroll bar, you can use your two hands. I think that's the difference. So probably I'll stay for for more than an hour since there are still viewers joining my stitch with me. Oh, I am now at 4,842. So less than 200 stitches, and then I'll be able to finish or get the 5,000k stitches goal. So let's see if I'll add, wait, I'll still need to stitch some 3371. It's already short. I haven't used scroll bars. Yes, it's quite expensive to purchase too. Maybe only find I'd rather stay with, yes. I haven't tried the scroll bars. Currently, I'm using Q snaps. Okay. Yes, it's quite expensive for me in using scroll bars. Even those scroll bars that are made out of steel, still it's still expensive. I hope I can DIY a scroll bar. All you have to do is find some uh, or purchase a wood, or I think we can do DIY of a scroll bar. So let's see how much stitches will be added on this one. So 120 stitches left. It's like a countdown. Countdown to 5,000 stitches. Pattern keeper, it's a good thing that we have pattern keeper. When I was doing my first paid, I haven't yet used the pattern keeper. I did use the PDF, and then I was when I was watching Photoshop videos, I was wondering why they can manage to find out how many stitches they finish. Oh, and then I realized they are using an app. So that was 2021. And it's a good thing that it's a one-time purchase. So if you have already purchased with using your account, and then you want to install it to another device, so no no repurchasing the app. All you have to do is just install it using um, using your account. Mhm. I think I made some mistakes here. Yes. Do you also do this if there is a mistake? All you have to do is just sometimes you are lazy to do frogging. All you have to do is just cover or stay the stitches as is. Do you also do that one? The art of fixing stitches. So it's sunny outside here in the Philippines, Davao City. I remember you finished Gaia from Bella. Is it hard to stitch? Gaia. Yes, Galatea. I think it's Galatea. A mermaid. It's okay. I haven't had. I have no difficulty on stitching hers, but I think the Bella Filipina uh, that I find it difficult to stitch is the um, Aphrodite, which is quite a big um, design. I think Aphrodite. Aphrodite, yes, Aphrodite. Goddess Aphrodite. And I think also my first Bella Filipina because which is the Rosa Mystica, which is also the first Bella Filipina pattern because I stitched that one on an 18 count fabric and I haven't yet realized that it should it not should it's better to stitch it on a 16 or 14 count fabric. So it was it was difficult when it comes to stitching the beads or putting out the beads. So there were uh the pony beads. It's a bit bigger and then it will not fit in on the four squares of an 18 count, so I had difficulty. And when it comes to Bella Filipina, uh, it's bead galore, or it has a lot of beads. The design has a lot of beads, so that's one also, Rosa Mystica. And then when I learned that it's better on 16 count, so I did 16 count on my next Bella Filipina whips and to my Mirabilia whips. And then later on, I found out that it's also better uh, to s- to stitch it on 14 count because of the beads. So right now, I prefer 14 counts when stitching Bella Filipina whips. For Mirabilia, 16 count is okay. And 32 count, since it's not uh, always available here in the Philippines, so you need to purchase it outside, which is also a bit of expensive. So I would rather choose uh, 16 count. I tried Q-Snap, but just couldn't get used to it. Yes, I also felt that way. I before I stitch on hand, then I tried Q-Snap and get used to it. The scroll is expensive. Yes. The scroll frame I think would cost two Mirabilia patterns, I think. Or more than, yes, I think. Or more than that, or two to three Mirabilia patterns, I think. I am wishing um, a company would uh, uh, a company would give me a scroll frame for trial purposes. I am wishing that one. I've seen some of flush tubers, although it's not cute. It's not the scroll frame. Uh, some cross stitch pattern companies send patterns to flush tubers for them to try it. I would also love to receive that one. That I've seen a Luca S, especially kits for advertisement purposes. I hope I can also have that experience. I tried looking and it cost, oh yes, I tried looking and it cost Mira OOPS. That's true. check out JK's Cross Stitch Supplies in Australia for your fabric and supply. She's very reasonable price, and maybe the postage from Australia to the Philippines wouldn't be too costly. Oh, okay. I'll have to check on it. When I was purchasing at 1 to 3 Stitch, um, it would take 2 to 3 months to be delivered here. There were instances that it took a month also to to be delivered here. Unfortunately, since it's post mail, the post the local post office here in our place, which is quite far, uh, they lack mailmans to deliver the the courier or the mail. So there, the last purchase, uh, but I didn't want to 3 stitch. It took 9 months to get here. I actually I for already forgot that uh that the I forget the ordered and think that it was lost in, in mail. So, and then I was surprised that it arrived after 9 months of waiting. I agree with you with their reasonable price. Oh, oh, I see. But usually I'm good on purchasing 14 count fabric for my fancy ladies, and then I also tried dyeing uh, the my fabrics. So that's it for uh, for 18 count of my full coverage. I have purchased my fabrics on online shop. With the shop was on is here it's in the Philippines, but they are now out of stock. But good thing that they are out of stock, so that I will not purchase any more fabric. So because when once I have fabric, there is a tendency that I will be uh starting a new new whip. That's what happened. That's what happened when that's what happened that's what happened. Right now I have 20 full coverage whips because I purchased a bulk of 18 count fabric. I think 10 meters, since it's the fabrics are in my hand already, so why not start? I also did that one on my fancy ladies. Do you also feel that one, that if you have, when a new fabric arrives, then You feel like you want to start something, and boom, you now have how many whips? That's what happened to me. That's why I have a lot of full coverage whips right now. I think my whip is at around 70. In 2024, I did purchase a lot of 40 count fabric with different colors. I don't know, it's a rabbit hole. I fell on a rabbit hole. I, immediately I will start something. Yes. So right now I don't have extra 18 count Guido fabric because it's already used on all of my full coverage. So good thing that the store is has out of stock 18 count. Because when you start something or when you have a new start, you feel excited, you feel happy. James, that's many whips would do my head in. I have 7 whips. Oh, so that's why, since I have 70 whips starting last year, I decided to trim down and choose 30 whips or 25 whips. So all of my full coverage were included, and then I just chose some of my fancy ladies that are uh, that can be possibly be a finish during that year, and then some owl forest embroidery pattern. So there were 25 last year, and then I think this year I just added 5 more, so to make it 30. So 20 were full coverage whips. There were some of full coverage whips that I UFO'd. I think there were 2. So for this year, I will not be expecting a full coverage finish this year. Probably next year. So right now, I'm more focused on my full coverage. And based on the comments on my last Floss Tube video, they were asking, or they were commenting about uh, the fancy lady whips that I have. So it's like there is a hint of suggestion that, based on the comments, that uh, you need to work on, or share, you need to work on your fancy ladies so that you can share it to your in your in you can, so that it can be included on your Flush Tube update. So I am in rethinking right now on a possible um, dividing my attention on my full coverage webs and my fancy ladies. So my mind is saying, get those fancy ladies and stitch those. And then a part of my mind also say is saying, full coverage, full coverage. So I need to manage to put out, aside from stitching full coverage, I need to also stitch fancy lady. So that's why I wanted to finish the 5K challenge on each whips, and then mm, next will be, instead of 5,000 each, then I will settle on stitching 1,000 per whips. To say that once I rotation, so so that I can insert my fancy ladies. Probably in the month of May or half of this year, I will start doing that one. So my focus right now is to finish the goal. So I still have five, I think, that have uh, less than less than 5,000 stitches. So most, I think, the the remaining webs have at least 1,000 or less than 2,000 stitches. So I'm 80% or 70% on my goal. I stitch on four of my main full coverage webs on a fortnightly rotation, adding between 5,000 to 6,000. In the fortnight, depending the amount of confetti, two of my other whips I add 100 daily. Oh, I see. When you say fortnight, that's bi-weekly or twice a week or 15 days. Am I right? That if that if you say fortnight, that's 2 weeks or 15 days. Am I correct? I spent 14 days on each trips. Yes, fortnightly. Oh, it's okay. I do hear uh floss tubers using Fortnite from I do hear the term Fortnite usually on Australian and floss tubers from Australia and New Zealand. So my tab is just ran out of battery. So I think it's time to wrap up with my Stitch With Me live, and also my mother is here, and we will now have a breakfast and a chat. So thank you to on joining with me my live. Really enjoyed the conversation. Thank you for participating on for participating on joining this live, as well as doing some comments. Thank you very much. It's very engaging, and I do hope that on my next live uh, you will be joining again and uh, exchanging uh, ideas or making comments on while stitching. So I did enjoy this live, because sometimes when I do live, uh, I'm the only one who is talking or doing conversation. But this one, it's a bit productive kind of Stitch With Me live that I have managed to add stitches and then do conversation. So it's a productive Stitch With Me live. So thank you very much, and watch out for my regular flush tube update, probably tomorrow or in the coming hours. So thank you very much for watching, and happy stitching, everyone. Take care always. Bye bye. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you, Miss Me. Thank you very much. Thank you.